Not today, pal. Not today.
So I went to go get a haircut 2 days ago, and I call up and they're like, "Yeah, we have somebody available right now. It's $85." Yeah, and I was like, "That's high," but the main thing to me is right now. Like, if they say, "Oh, Wednesday at 3:00," I don't want any part of it. Like, I don't care. I'm just like, no. If they said $20 Wednesday 3, I can't make an appointment to cut my hair because I don't care enough. So, and I'm such a busy guy, as we all know. So,
especially in football season.
right. So they're like, we have something right now for you. I go, okay, fine. I go in, I get my hair cut. And then when I'm leaving, they're like, all right, that'll be $100. And I was like, oh, on the phone, they said 85. And she was like, oh, no, it's 100. And I'm like, listen, I know people have
She literally was like, mm.
Yeah, people have the impression like any where they're like, oh, you have unlimited money, he says to me. Like, so people have this thought of like, which I don't, but
No.
people have this thought of like, you have unlimited money. So in my head, I'm like,
You do.
I can't cause a scene here. Like, you know, I can't be like, hey, but you said that. So like, what's obviously I just go like, yeah, here, whatever. And like, I'm just like, I'll never come back. But like, what's the like, what could I have done there? Like, you know what I mean?
What would have Cutter done? Because Cutter could have never let that go.
Right, of course. But again, it's different. Like, again, when you have the like, in my head, it's like when somebody could be like, "Aren't you from Sopranos?" Like, then I'm like,
I know.
Like, that's the problem.
You're right.
You know? I don't want
You're
it
right.
to.
It is a factor.
The headlines are bad about Sopranos and HBO, and it's not me. Like, I don't really. But here's the other thing. I go, if I was in New York, I wouldn't let this shit fly.
What would you have done in New York? You
I
would
would've
have
been
been
like, I would've been
easily
like-
as recognizable, if not more.
Because like you could talk to people like that. Like, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. You told me it was $85 on the phone. Like, I did that with like a locksmith when I was in New York. I had an issue, and like, and you have this back and forth where like
Right.
in Austin, it's not a back and forth. They'd be
No.
like, I'll call a manager or like whatever. Like, it's not a thing. Like,
I would have been passive aggressive and just been like, huh. That's weird. I definitely was told 85 on the phone.
I
but
did.
Good to know. Oh,
right.
you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, well, they definitely told me 85 on the phone. Like, and they're just like, you know, because it was like, you know, it's kind of like a snobby salon kind of thing.
I would have been like, okay, so use the extra $15 for the tip. Thanks.
I know I wanted to say that so bad, but then again, it's like, oh, you're a bad tipper, and I'm just like, here's a fucking $100. Here's a $20 tip. I
And
hate
you're never
this place.
coming back.
I hate, I
Okay,
hate
they
you
lost
guys.
a customer.
Yeah, it's just what about you boys back there?
That's when you leave a Yelp review.
Oh, that's a good point.
This is how
do
people
I go,
can retaliate.
Big mistake, huge.
Oh, I
should have
wish
said that.
you did that.
Yeah. What do you guys think back there?
I probably would have done exactly what you did. I would have been like pissed about it, but I mean, you can only push back so much. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you have cash. If you got cash, then you could just give them $85. But yeah,
Any?
And be like, this is what I'm paying,
yeah,
and I'm
you're like,
out.
here you go. What,
That's an aggressive move.
Oh yeah, because you
I
could be
it.
like, oh, you said 100, I heard 85.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, on a card, they're gonna charge you whatever they want to charge you. You got
Right.
cash. What are they gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Sorry, man, this is all I got on me.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God,
just like
85.
Yeah,
just
you told me,
fucking-
and I left the house only with 85.
But then the problem is, then you got to give a tip, and then they're
And
taking
money
it
for a
out.
tip,
Yeah, and then
so,
they're just gonna take it out. I don't know. It just fucking bothered me. Where I'm like, you
It
fucking.
would bother me so much.
Yeah, but then the problem is, people have the impression like anywhere. It's like you just.
So you
have
leave
as
a
much
Yelp
money as you
review.
want.
Bro, you know what you said the
Shit.
other day? You said, bro, I gamble more in one day than you've gambled in your entire life. That's what you said to me. You
Yeah.
remember that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who does that?
And I
People
also
with an infinite money list.
no,
That's who does
no,
that.
that's different. Because
It's
what
not
kind of
different.
gambling do you try and get me to do that I say no to? Where the house has the edge. You want to talk about blackjack and this? I'm talking about poker where the house does not have the edge.
What are you talking about? I don't get you to try to do that. I don't.
No, what I'm saying when you say that I don't do gambling where the house has the edge.
No, I was saying that you don't gamble unless you feel like you're guaranteed to win or like
Oh, no,
pretty
that's-
likely to win.
What happened? The only time I ever gambled against the Dav, I lost. The only time I ever gambled against
Yeah,
you,
but-
I lost. I tried
but-
to gamble against you last week, and I would have lost. The guaranteed win thing is not. I would like to feel like I have an edge, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guaranteed win is far from the truth.
All right, maybe I'm stretching with the guarantee.
Whoa!
but
Is that the
you-
first time Ennie's ever admitted that he might be?
Let's
You
cut. Let's
you
cut
hear
that
that
out.
static?
Let's cut that out. You see? Yeah, we got to cut it out.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
and he
sorry.
finally admitted. And he finally admitted that he might be overreacting, and he pushed a button to make Static go off.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So
We're not cutting that out.
We have to cut it out.
We're not cutting that out.
It's bad quality. We have a high standard here at YMH. We have
No,
to
no,
cut it
no.
out.
We're leaving it in.
We have to.
You apologized. I accept your apology. Go ahead.
So yeah, so let's cut that. So all right. So anyway, you were asking me now that we're back in.
Nope. No cutting. No cutting.
What the fuck was the question?
No, I appreciate your
oh.
apology. We'll move on to the next thing.
No. See,
Jamie, so do
two
you know
things.
what's going?
Number one,
Jamie, you know what's going on?
happening right now?
Here's what we're not gonna do. So there's two bets. Number one.
Just anybody. Now we cut this, guys. Whatever
So-
he says from here on, we cut.
So number one, I'll cut this whole show. So number one, you
Do it. All right.
We'll try to get around that static.
The static's fine.
Specifically when I apologize.
All right, hold on. We got. Let's move along.
P.S. You owe me 120. I just want to say that. You owe me 120.
You owe him a haircut and a half.
I owe you 120. How?
Yeah, remember when we were arguing about like if you brought up Jamie's ass before in the episode? Whole comment section agreed I was right.
Oh, please.
You lost.
Okay. Whatever.
I'm just saying.
We cut that out. All right. Here's the Jamie. Would you rather get stuck in an elevator alone or with a random person?
A random person.
Because
I would have someone to talk to.
you're gonna talk to the random person.
If we're stuck,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's the whole reason I wouldn't want to be stuck with a random person because then
we
they're
could
gonna
like
want to
work
talk.
together.
Well, you're just waiting for an elevator repairman. You're not figuring
What
out
if
how
we
to
have
get
to
out.
crawl out and
Oh, James, come
climb
on.
in? Yeah.
Okay, alone or with Cutter?
Cutter, always.
Okay. Oh, what if you're stuck in there for 4 hours? Dude, Cutter would lose his mind. Stuck in an elevator for 4 hours, no phone.
No phone?
Well, your phone doesn't work in
anywhere,
an elevator.
no phone for Cutter.
But
4 hours,
it-
he would go crazy.
That's what I'm saying. In an elevator, your phone usually doesn't work.
Right.
Could you imagine?
He would try to have sex 8 minutes in.
I've never seen Cutter without a phone for 4 hours.
4 minutes, try.
The
The
funniest.
kid does not go without looking at his fucking phone for 3-4 minutes.
You telling him last week that he needs to cut back on nicotine pouches was probably the funniest
Why?
thing I've seen. Because the dynamic that
He never not. Can somebody write in, please, and help me? Because I'm too lazy to look it up on the internet. He has a Zyn in his mouth. He falls asleep with them in his mouth. He's never, unless he's eating, he's got a fucking Zyn in his mouth, and he's convinced himself that this is a healthy habit.
but not. He doesn't have a Zyn in his mouth.
He has multiple Zyns
He
in
has
his mouth.
multiples in his mouth, and they're not even Zins. They're from where does he get them?
Sweden.
He gets them imported in from Sweden because they're better from there.
They're neuroprotective. That's the only comeback that he has when I talk about it. They're neuroprotective.
which
The
means
fuck does that even mean?
anybody. Their his
He's
neuros
convinced
are
it's-
being protected.
Listen, when I first met him, he would dip. This is better,
Yeah.
but
What if you
not
started
great.
offering him more sex to less Zin?
interesting.
Try it out.
I don't think it would work.
For who, you or him?
It's a great question.
So last week you were upset, or no, well, that was like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, when I played the ASMR like squishy
Yeah,
noises. You
no.
really didn't like it. Afterwards, you were like, "I'm lightheaded,"
Yeah, it really did not vibe,
which is
well with
crazy.
me.
It does the
but
opposite
Zolo
for
felt
me.
the same.
Yeah, Zolo didn't like it.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah,
Terrible.
See,
Zolo
Really hate it.
Zolo fully hated it. So, I have another ASMR thing for you, but it's not the squishy because I want to find out if it all bothers you. It's a
Okay.
person. I want to find out if a
is
person
it
doing
whispering?
kind of yeah.
Ugh. Nope. 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 No! Ew, 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 ew. Tell me when it's over. Absolutely not. Fuck that.
I mean, we could stop it, but
Fuck that.
what? Tell me what's going on
It
right now.
sounds like the sound when somebody has like a little extra saliva in their mouth. It's like gross.
We could stop
Who
it.
likes this? Nope. Tell me what.
Oh wow,
No, I cannot
Zolo
put
said
it in.
he's not going to stop it. So Zolo has said he's not going to stop this, and he said he's going to cut this whole show. So this is what we get from back there. We just get zero compliance.
What's happening?
We get just pushback.
Solo, how do you feel about this?
I hate it so much.
Why is it still on?
It might be nice to just leave in the background for the rest of the show as you guys are talking. Just
Well, I can't
Keep
put my
listening to
headphones
this.
back in.
But she took her headphones off. She won't put them back in.
Yeah, so did I.
fine, you win.
Like
what
this
about-
just sounds like this is so gross. It's gross. I hated that so much.
It's off now.
That was just you like that?
That one, no, that's not. I like the other one. This
That
one is
doesn't
just
bother
more-
you?
It doesn't bother me at
Ew!
all.
It
But I
sounds
don't.
sounds like bugs. It sounds. Who's doing that?
Who was doing that?
That's Cougar.
Are you just making that noise with your mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could have
Yeah.
half a million. This girl has 500,000 views on this one video on YouTube.
Really?
Well,
So,
she's adorable.
Yeah, I'm not.
Are you saying Cougar's not adorable? Yeah. What the fuck?
ooh, James, damn.
If he, I don't know, put him in front of this, right? The grass.
Yeah, put him in front of the fake trees
Give him
and
some
make that.
two glass tubes.
Cougar, would you be okay with us putting a video on YouTube of you making those noises in front of these trees, and we'll see how many views it gets?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome.
Oh wow, he's into it.
Can we set what we think over and unders will be on that video?
We sure can.
I like to keep it interesting, so sure.
I
sure
wish
can,
that there
Chief.
was. I wish that there was a way that we could do it without involving YMH. You know what I mean?
I mean, we can. We just post it from some new account or something.
No, but I'm saying, but then like the fans of YMH and people from here would be the ones who would go and sort it out.
Why
Or-
don't we
or
cut
you-
this part out, like all the other parts we're going to cut out, and then just put that in a later episode?
Right? And
Are
could
we
do-
even making an episode right now? What's happening? Is this just for fun?
Are we just hanging out, guys?
Yeah, we're just chatting. What do you mean?
Should I order a pizza?
Where would you order from?
Home slice.
Okay, that's a no one's gonna relate to that. That's an Austin like cheat. What we have a what do you call we have a video of Ari Spears. Can you show the video of Ari Spears? I want you to see.
What's your best impersonation?
He's on the
Your,
stage.
your favorite.
Anything that's new feels like a new child. But I love Tony Soprano. Because one, it's a white guy, Italian, and nobody expects you to do that. Ask me a question.
Tony, what did you do with the body? Like,
It doesn't fucking matter what I do with the fucking body. All the guys are gonna fucking marry it. Show, pussy, Christopher. They know their
Gives me
fucking
chills
position.
every time.
I'm from the king of New Jersey. I run a fucking underbush. Uncle Junior Johnny fucking shack. Man, you can bury it behind a fucking bottom big, it doesn't matter. It goes where the fucking saying goes.
oh my God.
He's so
Like,
fucking
I'm watching
good.
your mouth when you do it.
Yeah.
Is that the key? Like,
Like I said, notes. Tony is ish. Talk about my sister Janish. Uncle Junior Johnny fucking shack. So then you gotta have that metal and AJ. We go down to Sumios, Artie, the fucking bunkers. He's got the metal guy with the good fucking gravy.
that's a different language you just spoke.
Yeah.
That's literally a different language.
Yeah.
So good.
He's
Just
so.
unfucking believable.
That's the best I've ever seen by far.
Ever. And even like he does. He transforms. That was so cool.
Yeah. What are you boys saying back there?
It's just our boy Cougar here is a fucking impression expert. So I mean, fuck. That's just that was great, but I don't know. I think Cougar's the better.
Wait,
person.
Cougar does a
give us
Tony Soprano.
I mean, he could do anything.
Cougar does
Give
everything.
us something.
I mean, he's right that like a lot of the Tony voices, the ishes. So you just gotta, you know, you go over here, then you start talking, and then just ishes and ishes, you know.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Hey.
Jesus
Yeah.
fucking Christ, are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, that's good. It's like a nasally-ish thing.
Yeah, you got to ish and then the nasally. Yeah, it's.
Wow,
yeah.
that's good.
Do
Who's,
another
I'm no
one.
Ari Spears.
who's your best impression?
My best. Which one? I can do a Ben Shapiro.
Oh, that's a niche, but yeah,
It's a little niche, yeah.
yeah.
Because his is kind of also like a nasally sort of voice, and it's just kind of like, okay, so the liberal agenda, they're going to be talking to you, they're going to steal the babies, they're going to kill them, they're going to eat the pets, okay? So anyway, so Joe Biden and the entire Biden administration is absolutely disgusting. We need to stop them before Donald Trump, you know, and that's,
yeah. Who's the most like commercial one you got? Who everybody would know?
I don't know. You guys hear me do them all the time.
Great with accents. I mean, name any accent, he'll fucking nail it.
You should try and nail somebody like a Segura or a Bert or somebody
Can you
from
do Bert?
around.
Bert,
I
no.
feel like who can't do Bert?
Bert, because Bert's just kind of like, you know, like over here. You know, that's the simple Bert.
That's actually
sounds
for you not being able to do it. That's pretty damn good.
Bert sounds like Patrick Star.
Yeah.
he's kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Such a talent.
Name somebody, Jamie, and see how good he could do.
Rob.
Hey, my name's Rob. I like to gamble.
You like that one?
Damn, you didn't. That didn't do well. I thought he'd get a laugh. That wasn't his own. Didn't do.
There's two people laughing at it. What you mean?
No.
Yeah, look at her. She's laughing. I just cut to her.
Yeah.
Well, now
See
she's
it?
laughing because you were
See
like
the program?
clapping and going crazy. That was like the most happy I've ever seen you here.
She was laughing at me clapping.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, you like jump back from the table clapping, going crazy. Yeah, it's like you just saw a magic
Can't even
trick.
see that. You have a fucking green screen. What are you talking about?
All right, we got another guy who was in. We got some. Today's a heavy video ep. We got another guy who unfortunately had trouble at the casino.
That's not a casino, by the way.
Gas station.
Another ah! Did he not think that was going to happen?
Well, here's the thing that you realize: anybody who's playing gas station roulette, and they don't really think
They're
a
not
lot.
firing on all
Yeah,
cylinders.
they're not really
yeah.
thinking about the future much.
But he looked like shocked that it broke.
Well, yeah, and he's also shocked that he lost playing roulette.
Oh
which
my
is
God.
That's what happens.
I
when
need
you
to
play
see the
roulette.
damage. Is he drunk? Are these people probably aren't sober?
I think he's on that wavelength, drunk or sober. When you're in the look at the wall behind.
That's what I'm saying.
This
There's
is not a
holes in
fun
the
place
wall.
to
Those
gamble.
bullet holes?
Yeah, this is the last place you'd want to be gambling.
Wow.
And he's,
Rough.
he's playing electronic roulette at a gas station.
Lost his last pennies.
Poor guy.
This episode is sponsored by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Casino app and have your favorite real money casino games right at your fingertips. New customers who use my promo code NOTTODAY and play just $5 will receive $50 in casino credits instantly. Choose from over 300 real money games, slots, blackjack, roulette, and live dealer games wherever, whenever you want. With more real money games added regularly, DraftKings Casino is changing the game with new ways to play. We know I'm a gamer, we know I love to play, and DraftKings Casino is where I get my fix. DraftKings Casino has awarded over $100 million in jackpot winnings. If DraftKings Casino isn't yet available in your state, check out DraftKings Daily Fantasy app, where you have a shot at winning cash prizes all season long. And rest assured, DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. Head to the DraftKings Casino app right now. Sign up using promo code NOTTODAY, play just $5, and instantly receive $50 in casino credits. You know whose skin I envy? J-Lo. How does she not age? She's just incredible. Whatever she's using for that skin, I want in. Just look at her. Get that J-Lo glow for yourself with J-Lo Beauty's Deluxe Kit, the one-and-done skincare solution clinically proven to tighten and lift for instant long-lasting results. The secret is J-Lo Beauty's easy 5-step routine, perfect for glowing skin. Cleanse, treat, moisturize, protect. That J-Lo Deluxe Kit does it all. This 5-piece set removes impurities, makeup, pollution, and SPF. It gives your skin a smoother, visibly brighter look, improves the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and protects against UVAs and UVBs. I can happily endorse this product. I love the way it makes my skin feel, and they're also very beautifully packaged, and it looks great on your countertop. So if you want that JLo glow, head to jlobeauty.com/nottoday and get a special gift of 4 free masks for listeners of Not Today Pal. Head to jlobeauty.com/nottoday for 4 free masks and free shipping today. jlobeauty.com/nottoday.
So I have a buddy named All American Dave, and when I moved to Vegas, he was the guy. You met him in Vegas at like my birthdays and stuff. He was like the one person in Vegas who I knew who was actually trying to get people healthy and not trying to get people to like. He was like a personal trainer and he would supply the food at the World Series of Poker for people who wanted to be healthy. So like he would park a food. Such a good guy and a really like he has a great heart. He's a very honest guy. One of the few people I made friends with when I was in Vegas who was always trying to get me to like be healthy or this, and I was like, yo, fuck this, dude. Like I'm taking Percocets, and then he'd be like, come on, try the, make it. Anyway, so I guess he kind of let himself go when he had kids and he moved to Oregon and this. And he just started like a journey to like come back. And he's on YouTube. He has a channel. It's called All American Dave. If anybody wants to run over, if you're one of those people who's like, I don't watch YouTube because like the people on there are pieces of shit and this guy is such a good dude. And like he's such a real guy, and you see him with his family and this. And I think he's already lost like 50 pounds. He's working out every day. He just did like a weight loss bet thing with like Dan Bilzerian to get him like fired up and this. Anyway, long story short, if you want to go over to All American Dave, tell him we sent you. Be like, and I think he's getting like 100 views on his video, so this will like hopefully double it, and he'll be happy. And he's a really good guy, and I feel like people should be watching his stuff. And like transformation. If you're into that stuff, he tells you how to eat healthy, tells you how to do.
Shout out All American Dave.
Shout out All American Dave. What I wanted to ask you is what's your first memory of wanting to be an actor?
Watching Goonies.
Really? Mm-hmm. And you were like, I want to play.
I wanted to jump in the screen and just be in the group and do it. I could feel the fun and the creativity. And then I went to Universal Studios with my family on a trip to California. I was maybe 5 or 6. This is so weird. And it was like they would have one of those things where you go sit in an audience and they would show you how the movies are made. So they were showing you how they shot the kid on the bike in E.T. in front of a green screen and how they made it look like he was riding the bike through the sky. I got picked out of the audience to be the kid to sit on the bike and do it. So I got to sit in a little bike with a little E.T. in the basket. And I remember looking up at the screen and seeing it and being like, holy fuck, like, yes, like I want to do that. And then I just started doing musical theater and then was just addicted to being on stage and all that. But I remember vividly the Goonies thing and then that like thing at Universal Studios where I was like, I like doing this in front of people.
is a good. I mean, Goonies is like you want to do everything after that. You're like,
exactly.
I want to go fucking treasure hunt. I want to do it. Yeah. I remember watching like Mighty Ducks and being like, I want to play fucking hockey. I want to do like you watch those movies and you're like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
They always make it look so fucking good.
They do.
So we have here. We have a email called Conflicting Boundaries. Let's see what we got here, guys.
Hi, Rob and Jamie Lynn.
Oh, sorry. If you want to email us, it's nottodaypalpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to leave us a voicemail, 512-387-1880.
Hi, Rob and Jamie Lynn. I am loving the podcast, and I'm glad you've joined the YMH dysfunctional family. I've got a sweet and sour for you two. I've got 2 friends that are dating, and one of the big conflicts I see for them is that their boundaries seem to conflict. Specifically, sometimes he just needs some space. He likes to assess his thoughts and feelings and not have a knee-jerk reaction to something. She, however, has a huge problem with this. Past relationships, be it romantic or familial, have given her the silence treatment in order to basically punish her. Because of this, she feels isolated and neglected. So she feels like this triggers her. So what do? Piss on me, beat me, keep them high and tight. Thanks, Jeff. Well, aside from this problem, how is everything else in the relationship? If everything else is connecting and amazing, if they're physically connected, if everything else aligns, then they can work through this because he has his way of doing things and she has her triggers. So maybe he could be a good person to sort of help her work through this, right? To keep showing up and being like, no, I love you. I'm here. I just need a little space. and she could learn that that's okay and a safe behavior to like have some space. If not everything is great in the relationship, if there are other red flags and issues, then this might just not be the thing for them. But I think that this could be an opportunity for her to grow and get over some of those, you know, past behaviors and relationships.
And sum it up for me, I zoned out in the middle and then got lost. Just,
So
So what's crazy is I just said that. Like 3 seconds. I'm like, wait, what is he even talking about? What was the
Yeah.
story?
did I give maybe I zoned
it
out
wasn't
and gave
you.
like
No,
terrible
I-
The
advice.
story was just all up. I don't know.
what was the middle?
So basically is, so when they get in a fight, the guy like doesn't like to like deal with it right there. He needs some space. He likes to
Right.
assess his feelings. He likes to get, and for her past relationships and relationships within her family, they would punish her by giving her the silent treatment. And so she's triggered when he does that because, you know, she feels like he's neglecting her and he's punishing her when really he's just like, I don't want to react right now. Give me a minute. I need a little space and then I'll come back and talk about it. So that's why I'm saying like maybe this is an opportunity for her to grow, because I am one of those people that needs space and time. I like
Right.
that. And Cutter has learned that it benefits him when he gives me that space and has nothing to do with my feelings for him or that I don't love him anymore or that I'm mad at him. It's just like, this is too much for me. I need a minute. I'll be back when I feel like I can.
So what are, because I'm not good at relationships, you are, so it's probably just better that you answer that anyway. What are they, because I know you've gone to fucking therapy and this kind of stuff for relation, like
Yeah.
what do you call it? Couples
Couples
therapy.
therapy.
What do they recommend when it's like two people deal with this thing the exact opposite way? How are you supposed to?
Well, acknowledging the other person and their reality and their perspective is just I mean, that's all of the things get just down to that. You know what I mean? You're two people in a relationship. You have to acknowledge that somebody else has feelings and a past and triggers and behaviors that come from other people and other things before you.
So if you say I need to talk about this or I need space, and Cutter says I need to talk about this right now, who is supposed to acknowledge who? Like you're supposed to acknowledge both, but you
Well,
want.
I could say we can talk about it right now, but it's probably not going to be very productive. You're not going to get the best version of me. You're not going to get the best reactions of me because I have like very fiery, like Cuban side to me where if things start to get escalated, I can fucking go. And what? On fire? There it is. There's my Cuban fire. I could go. And he doesn't like that. He doesn't like to fight like that. Like I grew up around fighting like that, so it's comfortable for me.
yeah,
I'm not scared of it. I don't feel like anybody's going to leave. It's almost familiar, which is not
course.
healthy.
Yeah.
And I am grateful that he's different than me. And he's been like, I don't fucking fight like that, Jamie. I don't go
is
there.
great.
So now I've learned the behavior to be like, okay, then I got to go be alone for a minute.
Yeah, because when I'm in a relationship, I have to fight to not fight. Like the reflex for me, like the comfort zone is being like,
Yeah.
because you're just when you're fighting in that dirty way, you're just putting up a wall. Like you're being like, hey, fuck you. And
Of
then you're like,
course.
whoop, like now you can't hurt me. I said, fuck you first. Like it's just so stupid, you know, but then like, there's times where we're trying to talk something out makes me just hate who I am because I'm like, you're not this guy,
I
Where you're like,
and then
I hear you. I acknowledge your feelings. I see you're upset. I want to be like, you sound like a fucking pussy.
Of course.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
But I also hate the other me who's like, fuck you and just like a stupid, Like I said, if I'm in New York, it's so easy for me to just go like, fuck you to like anything, because it's like, it's just happening all day. Like when you're doing, like there's so many times in like living in Austin, I can't think of how many times I've shouted at somebody on the street, fuck you. Like you'd be like, this guy's crazy. We're in New York City. Like there's so many times where you're like, yeah, fuck you. Like it just happens. It's just like somebody fucking tries to run you over. Somebody tries to like the bikes are
See,
coming.
I can't be that way with strangers.
Oh my God. But in New York, it's like, in New York, it feels like everyone's a stranger, but you kind of know everybody too. Like
You grew up more in the city than I did. You know what I mean? So there's a different,
I'm also walking 10 miles a day when I'm
That's
in
right.
New York City. So
That's
there's just a
right.
lot of
a
interaction.
lot of human
and like,
interaction.
yeah. The one thing that really got me was I was walking with Joe Perino by the water and like somebody tried to squeeze through us who was like jogging and got like sweat on both of us. And I was like, yo, but I was in that's not even like a fuck you thing. That was in like such shock
Yeah.
of like, oh my God.
What the
like,
hell?
you know, where like normally when somebody's like whizzing by you on a bike or somebody tries to hit you, it's you're amped up. You're like, fuck you. Where like
Yeah.
when you're just like calmly talking to your friend and there's like sweat on your arm. Oof,
Nasty.
that was, yeah. It was more like I wanted to like throw up than I was.
For sure.
You know? Ugh. New York City, tough, boy. We haven't done a Who Knows Less about Sopranos in a while, but you know what I also want to talk about? So when we were at your place, you had friends over last week, and your one friend was like, oh, I kind of like, not follow Incubus, but like I follow Incubus around, and I've seen them 20 times and this. And I was like, first of all, there is not one band in the world
No, me neither.
that I'd be like, yeah, I follow them. I've seen them so many times. But what it did make me think was like, what would somebody have to be doing for me to be like, yeah, I follow that guy around the country. Like I follow that person around the country, like watching them. The only thing I could think of is if they're giving out like winning sports bets every time they like got on stage and spoke. I'd be like, I just have to follow this person around because it's the greatest thing. You can't lose.
I don't know if I can think of anything.
Yeah, it was hard for me to even think of that. Like, what the fuck could somebody do to where I'd be like, yeah, I just got on a plane. I just got off in Chicago because blah, blah, blah's here.
No, yeah.
I don't
no.
care. Especially when you know they're coming to your town eventually. Like,
Right.
I just could never.
I've never, but we've talked about this before too. I've never been like a crazy fan for anything.
Yeah.
It's just not in me. It's just not like my personality. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I cared more about things.
I feel the same. Even when I am a fan of something and somebody, like, I don't want to meet them. Like, I don't have that
Yes.
thing of like, oh,
Yes.
I wanna, because I don't like to be around people, and usually people who I like also don't like to be
Yes,
around
it's
people.
true.
So it's a horrible combination of
Yeah.
what's going on the screen, Annie?
What, that? Oh, no, that's just an error. I'll fix it later.
Oh no, there was like a video of something that was on before that was like distracting me, and I was like, I thought it was something that I was supposed to be watching. That's why I asked.
Oh, the super zoom in? Oh, yeah, no, this is, I can zoom in super close in your eye.
That's not my eye.
You checked, though.
Yeah.
You checked, though.
I didn't even know it was an eye when you were showing it.
Yeah, I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, I should have known by the lashes that wasn't my eye, huh?
I love that you blinked twice to check.
Is there any, okay, if you had to follow one band around, who do you think it would be? I mean, for me, it's
Like an 80s cover band.
right. Okay.
Journey.
Guys, is there any, oh, that's good. Is there anybody who would be doing anything? My ADD is going crazy, Annie. Can you turn that screen off? Sorry. I can't do it. Is there anybody who you would follow or have followed? Is there anybody you guys have followed around?
No, not me. I mean, I think for me to do that, it would have to be like different shows all the time. I don't get going to the same, like, they're doing the same set night after night, and you're like, I gotta see every time. But if it was like a band where they're like always doing different shit, like maybe, I don't know.
Is there something you're into so much that if there was somebody doing it around you, like how I said, like if somebody was giving out winning sports bets, like if somebody was giving out winning football picks and they were like performing at like events, I'd be like, I gotta go hear this guy.
I can't think of anything. That I'd go every night, go to different cities. Nothing for me.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, I can't. People are like, yeah, I've seen blah 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 40 times this year. It's like, Jesus.
I can never.
Oh my God.
Never.
It sounds like torture to me.
See the same thing again?
Traveling around and following a band on the road, going to their shows.
Groupie life is not for us.
It could be one of the most like torture
Yeah.
situations
Yeah.
that you could tell
Yeah.
me that I had to do. Oof, I'm getting uncomfortable just sitting here. Just sitting here thinking about it. All right, one of the last things, and we'll end on a sad note. There's a very sad news story that I want to show you that I sent to Zolo. We lost a good one.
It's an RIP?
Yeah, it's an RIP.
I had a chance to talk to Dorchester County Coroner Paul Brothers about what was an easily preventable tragedy.
Approximately 10:20 last night, we received a call, or the Sheriff's Department and EMS received a call about an injury suffered by an individual while engaging in shooting fireworks.
This happened on Cottonwood Drive in the Crestwood subdivision. The man who was involved in this incident was 41-year-old Alan Ray McGrew. There was nothing emergency crews could do to help him when they arrived. He was pronounced dead at 11:10 p.m.
Well, according to witnesses and family members at the scene, the decedent was standing in the roadway on Cottonwood Drive and had on a large top hat and put the firework device on top of that, lit it, put it on top of his head, and it exploded, and he suffered a massive head injury.
The police report says McGrew started drinking at 6 p.m. and his wife tried to get him to not put the firework on his head, but she said he was trying to show off.
That's
RIP.
real?
That's fully real. Yeah, this was on 4th of July. Like a 41-year-old guy. Like, if you like, to me, this is a tragedy. If it's like a 15-year-old guy, you're 41 years old, bro. This guy's older than me, putting fireworks on his head.
Oh my God.
Setting them off.
Wow.
Yeah. They're out there.
What's his name? Ray?
Ray Allen McGrew.
Ray
or
Allen
something,
McGrew.
who's on Cottonwood Drive. They're really
I hope
giving
you
away.
make better decisions next time around, Ray.
Yeah, I mean, they're really giving away all of his family's info too. Like the
Yeah.
McGrew family over on Cottonwood Drive. Like, I don't know. They should probably be
The
saying.
wife was like, I told him not to.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, showing off again.
Oh, that's right.
Dude, could you? I mean,
Such
could
a
you-
show off,
Could you
Ray.
imagine you're all sitting like? Could you imagine? You know how 4th of July is? It's like everybody chicken, and then all
His
of a
head
sudden it's
had
like.
to have blown off.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Like
everyone's
a
just
severe head injury. No, he blew his head off.
Right. So all like it's 4th of July, you're having a few drinks, a hot dog, and then it's like, oh my God, like Ray Allen McRae just blew his head off in the middle of the street. That's fucking gnarly, dude.
Wow.
Could you
Also,
imagine?
the camera work for this news station seems very mediocre. There was not even any news graphics.
Yeah, no.
That was very
Just
green.
long shots of Cottonwood
Yeah,
Drive.
Cottonwood Drive.
Yeah.
Got it.
Not
Not even a picture of Ray before. Show us who he was.
Yeah.
Like a picture of him wearing the top hat.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, this is the top hat, and oh my God, I mean, and then this guy having to do this with a straight face of being like, the report says he put the top hat on, then he put the explosive on his head. It's just, how do you move on from stuff? Like, if that's your, like, that kid has to go to school the next day, and it's like, they're
What
like
kid?
after winter, like his kids.
Ray's kid? How do we know he has kids? They talked about his kid?
I thought they said, didn't they say? Or no, they just say his wife?
Yeah, I
And he
only
started
heard-
drinking
I
at
only heard the
6
wife.
p.m. or 6 a.m.?
Was it 6
It
a.m.?
said 6 p.m.
Oh, wow. It wasn't even
6
that far
p.m..
in.
So yeah, to blow your head off, you think you'd need to be a little more drunk than starting at 6 p.m.
Wow.
It's dangerous out there, guys.
Ugh, what a way to end this one.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking is I think we should make a push. Maybe they could start putting warnings on the fireworks that it's not okay to put on your head. On those fireworks, they put a little warning, hey, could blow your head off.
Yes.
Something.
Yeah.
You know, because you never know.
That's
you know,
right.
I know when I look at fireworks, I go, can I light that and put that on my head?
Would this be fun to fly off my head?
Yeah. Would that blow my head off my shoulders?
Yeah. Seriously. Oh my God.
R.I.P.
What a way to
Could
go.
could you imagine just I listen, and again, I know this is a tragedy, but like,
Who was watching and being like sitting back to
yeah,
see
come
what
on,
happened?
Ray, show off, you show off.
His
I
wife
would-
was like yelling from the porch.
Yeah, she's like,
There
what
he
are you
goes,
gonna
showing off
do?
again.
You started drinking at 6. Yeah, but could you imagine just like when they're putting his like
No.
lowering the casket in
No.
and people kind of looking around like,
Imagine when they had to dig that casket up.
yeah, right. They're like, I don't know, should we just leave that body in the ground? His head is blown off. Like, no, we have to do this. This is part of the ritual. Jamie knows. We bury them.
Cutter brings it up a lot.
Yeah, I knew that was a good
I
one.
can't believe you said this, Jamie.
Yeah, I knew that was a good one. As soon as we went back to your place, I said,
No way every casket that's ever been put in the ground is still in the ground. No way. We'd have no room.
Wow. So you're sticking with your, yeah.
Of all the people that have died and all the time,
But see, these are like the emails we get. What do you do when one spouse believes that they dig up the bodies and the other spouse knows that they just
I don't
leave
know if
them
they dig
in?
up the bodies, but something's got to be happening. There's got to be some recycling. There's got to be some reshuffling because
You at one point you believed that they reused the caskets.
Yeah.
Was something you said, which is very
What a waste
interesting.
of wood and satin.
What are you boys saying back there?
Oh, this is just great. This theory is fantastic.
Yeah.
I actually really like
I
it.
just don't know. I don't have a I'm trying to find my theory, but I just don't.
You don't believe the.
I don't believe that every person that's ever died and been buried is still down there.
You don't believe the mainstream media take on funerals, on cemeteries.
I need more. I need more information.
You should start like a campaign.
Okay.
Don't believe. You know
Where
how
are the
like
bodies, Garth?
yeah, you know how Trump had to make like his closing speech. So to close this episode, can you look into your camera and just make the plate?
Somebody explain to me how every person that's died for the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years have been put in the ground in caskets, and there's still room in the ground for more people. How?
You heard it here, guys. If anybody wants to let us know, that's nottodaypalpodcast@gmail.com. Or what we'd love to do is...
Or am I that stupid? Just give it to me straight. Everyone here says I'm stupid. My husband says I'm stupid. But I don't know. I'm perplexed.
Speak your truth, Jamie.
I'm confused. I'm perplexed.
You have to speak your truth.
I am.
This is important.
I am. I'm comfortable with being made fun of.
Yeah, good.
Clearly.
If you want to leave us a voicemail about this, or if maybe somebody you know got their head blown off on a holiday, 512-387-1880. We will see you guys next week.